Hello, friends. Welcome in. How are you today? Hope you're having a fantastic, fantastic day. Let me just double check everything is working, and then we will begin. In the meantime, how are you? What have you been up to? Not the bees! Let's see. That should definitely be a sound thing when we hit that. My OBS is still acting funny. It does not. I don't know what it doesn't like. Hold on. I should maybe get rid of these. All right. Let's see how things go today. Welcoming everybody. How are you today? I hope you're having a good one. Let's see. Who's here first? Emmers, you were here first. Welcome in. How are you today? How have things been? Madrigal, welcome in. How are you? Yemit, how's it going? Bear, hello. Gigi, welcome in. How's it going? Jonzo, BeeWeek. Yes, it's not currently BeeWeek, but once we hit this goal, it will be BeeWeek. We will only play B games. I will wear my B onesie every day. I will record myself reading the entire B movie script. I'm trying to see if I could also get a hold of the B movie video game. That's probably very good. Bear! Anonymous Bear! Bear! Thank you for getting us closer to BeeWeek. You guys have asked for it. You've demanded B stuff. Ever since I've started streaming, it's just as always, Jet, when are you doing BeeWeek? When will today be BeeWeek? And thank you for helping us get us closer to your dreams. Your dreams will soon come true. Jonzo, how are you though? I'm doing okay, Magical. How are you? Again, Bear, thank you very much for the generosity, getting us closer to BeeWeek. Amazing. The moment I became a member, I've been waiting for this. I know. Every day I get a message from Bear, and he says, "Is this?" Or every week, he says, "Is this the week?" And I say, "Not yet, not yet, Bear. The world's not ready. The world's not ready for BeeWeek." But maybe soon. It's always Jet, it's always Jet, when are you doing BeeWeek? And never Jet, how are you doing BeeWeek? That's still something I'm trying to figure out. But every day I come with another idea that's like, oh, that'd actually be pretty good for BeeWeek. So I really think BeeWeek is going to be special. Cold, but all right. That's fair. I hope school today was good. It was again a work from home, from what it sounds like. Jonzo, did you get hit by a lot of weather? Were you in the blast? Amazing Bear. Bear just posted a bear bee or a bee bear. I think it's a bear bee, probably. In the Discord. Steph, welcome in. How are you? How's it going? But yeah, there will be lots of bee games. So wait, I am so behind. Work has finally eased up. Does this mean yes, it does. So yes. To answer your question. I loved it. It was a dream. It was amazing. I need to go back. I'm also trying to see if I can get a job over there. Stream and Daz is helping me look for a job. So, I mean, it seems doubtful. But, you know, there's no sense in not trying. Nothing, it doesn't hurt anything to try, I suppose. So, I think Bee Bear sounds cuter. That's fair. But that makes me feel like it's a giant bee. A giant scary bee. But yeah, I decided on my birthday, I was like, let's try going for round 2, Johnson. I'm doing all right, Steph. I'm doing all right. How was the works today? Yep, and again tomorrow. Apparently, there were neighboring districts that decided to go in, and their buses got stuck on the bad roads. Oh no, that sounds terrible. Sounds awful. So the kids were on the buses, or were pre-pickup? Hopefully pre-pickup, because that'd be a nightmare. To have like kids on the buses and then the buses get stuck. Supposedly, well, we apparently Anchorage schools have been canceled today and tomorrow because we're actually above freezing today. So the problem is everything is, or not everything, a lot of things are going to melt today, and then it's refreezing overnight. So roads are gonna be terrible. Busy, but almost the weekend. Whoa! Amazing. You're saying you're a busy bee then, Steph. And Steph is going to be going to Australia very soon. Anonymous, thank you so much for the $100 towards our Australia trip / towards BeeWeek. I know that you're more excited about BeeWeek than anything else. I know that really what it is was the incentive. Excuse me. Sage, welcome in. How's it going? But I very much appreciate us getting close. Look at the water. It's rising. The water's rising, everybody. You can really see it now. That it's changed from when I first added it. 3 weeks today, I'll be on a plane. I'm pooping my pants. Aw, that's so exciting. I hope you have a wonderful time. Steph's gonna meet Yvie. Amazing. Everything is gonna melt. A caveman, Brendan Fraser, will thaw out. Encino Man 2, Alaska Adventures. I'd be down for another Brendan Fraser revisiting of Encino Man. I'm sure it'll be great. I'm good playing Animal Crossing with my grandma. Oh, that's fun. Singing City cross promotion, incredible. It's many layers, but we haven't actually done this yet. I think maybe this year, actually. I'll probably see him for a couple of hours, and you think that's the highlight of my whole trip. I mean, it would be mine. But Bear, Anonymous, you know that it is dangerous to gift so much, especially when there's bees around. One, I should have, now that I've said that, I've been like, oh my goodness, bee gifter. Oh my goodness, I have work to do. But it's dangerous to gift so much. OJ, I ran back to my phone. I was halfway across the house. As much as I know you guys are excited about BeeWeek and B games and shenanigans, I couldn't think of a bee pun for that. It's dangerous because sometimes when people gift that much,
Suddenly, things become quiet. Outside, trees rustle and sway. A breeze tugs at your hair as you feel the ground below you shake. Oh no. You know what it is.
What is it?
A big gifter.
A big gifter? Anonymous and Bear, thank you so much for the $125 total going towards the Australia round 2 goal / also BeeWeek. I know you guys love bees. You're always talking about them every day. Chat's always just like, bees. When are you going to have bee games? And soon. Well, still not fixed. I hear it. I hear it happening. But it's not fixed. It's still not fixed. 2026, bee gifter is still broken. Hold on, everybody. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Ribbit.
Got to give it a second for it to refresh. I'll have to remember. I need to prime it. Most of the time that fixes it. I'll have to prime bee gifter or the frog, and then we'll come back, do it all over again. Oh, you see, that's broken. Let's go to cat. Come back. Frog. Okay. Let's see now. From the top, everybody.
Suddenly, things become quiet. Outside,
It's like this is the first time we're doing it.
trees rustle and sway. A breeze tugs at your hair as you feel the ground below you shake. Oh no. You know what it is.
What is it?
A big gifter.
A big gifter? Anonymous and Bear, thank you again for $125 towards our B goal and our Australia goal. But I know the thing you're most excited about is B movie, B games, B onesies. Everything is a B. Nothing isn't a B. It's all B's all the way down. There we go. And now we have frogs. Frogs everywhere. Enjoy the frogs, everybody. Thank you for saving me from the bee gifter. They were chasing me down, but now we have bees. They're dancing. They're spinning. They're wearing hats. It's a dog frog. They are serving pizza. Oh, my camera went away. Oh, it's back. It went away. It's back now. Well, I don't know why it did that. But now we're here.
Ribbit.
But get out of the way. But anyway, friends, show chat. Yes, first try. Thank you again so much for the generosity.
Ribbit.
Why did it do that twice? Thank you so much for the generosity in getting us closer towards both our first Australia trip goal / also BeeWeek. Again, I know you're very excited. I will need to make a big gifter. I'll have to have my own bee emote. There's not a global bee emote, unfortunately.
Jetpack to the moon
Lego!
and back.
Yeah, there's not. Unfortunately, there isn't a global. I have a bee emote. It's from Dex Bonus though, but you guys can't use that. Lego, how's it going? Gosh, frogs are so cool. Seeing all those frogs made my day. Good. I'm glad. You all made it happen. Bear Anonymous, thank you. And Lego, thank you so much for the 9 months. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. How are you? How are you doing after Overcooked? You're at work. No! I just realized I have a ton of gifted subs to channels. I'm just searching through. Aw. I don't have that one. Oh, wait. Maybe I do. I don't. Maybe that was a Hype Train one or something. My client is currently playing Fruit Ninja in VR. Amazing. In VR. Wow. You have 9 bees? Or gifted subs from different channels. Do all these channels... Does everyone have a bee emote and I just have fallen behind? How does Twitch decide who gets random gift subs to you? I have a theory about this. Like, why do I get for channels I've never seen? 2 things. One, if you don't want to get random subs from channels that you don't follow, there's a setting you can turn off in your account settings. I do have a theory though. My theory, because there are times where I will get like random gift subs from channels I don't follow, and then there are times where I don't. And this is totally anecdotally. And granted, there are other people who have affirmed similar things, but my theory is you have a higher chance. Okay, wait, hold on. Rewind. You are also likely to get one. Let's say if you have just been following raid trains. A lot of times they do come from that. People who maybe you just showed up in a raid. You aren't even watching. You popped somewhere. You ended up popping somewhere else. You end up getting a sub from, the channel that you spent maybe a few minutes in, but you just didn't know because you were sleeping or whatever. My theory, though, is the times that I have been getting random subs from channels I don't follow is usually when I have more recently subscribed to someone for the first time, someone different. I think the Twitch algorithm acknowledges that you are someone who spends money on Twitch, and I feel like they are more likely to gift you a sub to a random channel in hopes that you become a reoccurring new subscriber to that other channel because they know that you do that. That's my theory. Other people have said that they have experienced something similar where they subscribed to someone new and started getting gifted subs to other channels. And then kind of once they stopped, like after they, hadn't subscribed to anyone new for a while, it stopped. But then once they did, it picked up again. So that is my theory. You guys are welcome to try it out. Or take notice of that. If you get one from a channel you have not ever been to before, ask, have I subscribed to someone new recently? And see if that's the case. Or maybe I wonder if it's also tied to like if you've gifted a bunch of subs recently or something. Because I think the goal is Twitch is like, you've spent money. You should spend more money. Hey, Kelly Roski, it's good to see you. Thank you for the lurk. And look at that bee emote. Lego, I like it. We don't have any. I'll have to make a bee emote. It's 5:30 usually when you go live. It's 9 p.m. when you go live where I live. Yeah, I typically actually try to start closer to this time, but I haven't been. I've got 10 gifted right now. I don't think I have very many. Well, I've definitely put a lot of money into Twitch. They know, Bear. They know. I'm relatively skinflint. Dang. Can you say that? So I don't sub that often, and I still seem to get a good... interesting. It's from a gifted sub. That's fair. I'll have to make a B-mote. We'll have to replace an emote, which is fine. There have been a few on the chopping block for a while. So... It's probably... We need a good... It'll probably be a follower emote, so that way everyone can use it for big gifter. Anyway. I don't know how many... Let's see. Let's see how many I have been gifted a sub to. Currently. One. 2. I have a feeling that might be it. At 2. I have 2 right now. By the way, this is just for the interest of BeeWeek. Does anyone here know Maya the Bee? Specifically the older Maya the Bee. Does that sound familiar? This one gifted sub has an emote of my favorite anime character. 1, 2. I have 2. Yeah, you guys are like, I have 9, 10, 30. No, it's at 30. But what is your favorite character? Oh, I think you used it in Wifey's stream, right? But I'm forgetting who it is. Maya the Bee. Does that sound familiar? It's a very international cartoon show from a long time ago. It's of a bee. It's about a bee. Her name is Maya. Vague. Okay. The email has a gun. Is that okay for the emote has a gun? Yeah, that's fine. I've thought about having a gun emote. I mean, I use a gun emote in a lot of people's chat, actually. No emails in chat, please. Please no forwarding. Oh, who is that? Who is that? I don't think I recognize them. I love Strippin has a good gun emote. And I love it. I love the zoom out. To the macro shot of the gun. Revy from Black Lagoon. I don't think I've heard of Black Lagoon. Strippin'. I mean, not that helps, but but I don't know if I said that. I don't think I said that. And I don't know Revy. I don't think what is Black Lagoon good? But I've thought about having a gun emote actually. I feel like there's actually a lot of opportunities that we could use it. I could clip. I think I said I love Strippin's emote. So it's different. It's a name. Can't help it. I can't help that that's his name. I'm sure it actually does very good for his like branding. It is one of my favorites. It's about a businessman getting caught up in pirate business. Oh, that's fun. Actually, that sounds pretty fun. Who doesn't love pirate business? You said I love Strippin has an emote. Oh, that is the way I structure my sentences. So that is fair. Gun pointed to the left, please. Oh, so it's like dead, so I can be also dead. Hyper violent and definitely holds on to that R rating. Fair. So it's not like whimsical pirates. It's not like jolly good pirates. It's like, oh, these people are pirates. Oh, they're serious. Uh-oh. Yeah, I've thought about it. Very likely, sometime this year, all of the emotes will be changing. Or the majority of them. Like 99% of the emotes will be changing. So that might be happening. Like, I am the captain now, pirates. Oh no. What is the name of what's the name of Tom Hanks's character in that? Or wait, maybe I'm getting confused with Tom Hanks movies. Phillips? Is that yeah. Or wait, or is that the pilot movie? I can't remember. What's the name of the pilot where he like lands a plane? Isn't that also a Tom Hanks movie? Sully. Maybe I'm thinking of Forrest Gump. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Yeah. That's right. That does sound right. Why did I think they were the same? I don't know. But yeah, most of my emotes are going to change this year. As we discussed previously, earlier this month, and I looked at my emote numbers, you guys aren't using my emotes. And so I'm trying to figure out why that is, and so I'm going to be changing all of the emotes in hopes that breathes new life into the emote pool, and maybe you guys will use my emotes more. I am thinking of David S. Pumpkins. That's what it is. Why did they go all in on the David S. Pumpkins thing? Yay, Sufjan, yeah. It's a very sad song, but it is a good song. So yeah, majority of them will change. I would like a dancing one. We'll see. Some of them will just be refreshed. Some of them will be ousted. Some of them might just have like little tweaks, but we'll see. We will see. I have done a puppet for somebody once before, but can't wait for my favorites to change. I mean, they will probably all change, Bear. Because I think I'm gonna go for like a different style, so I need them all to match. So we will see. But yeah, I mean, it seemed for the most part, you guys use them more outside of this stream than you do during this stream, which I feel like means there's something wrong with the emotes. So they will be changing. You don't really do fist bump. I think fist bump might go away, actually. That it might be one of them, Shady. We don't we don't really do fist bumps anymore. So and that is fish bump. That will be the new one. That's gonna replace fist bump. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You'll all see. But I haven't worked on that at all. That's just at some point that's on my to-do list 2026 is refresh, redo all the emotes. So it's gonna be a lot. And I will likely not update them until they're all done, and then it'll be like a big dump of emotes. So, you know, we'll celebrate. It'll just be like one day they're all changed, and hopefully you guys will use them. Hopefully they'll be good enough for you guys to use them in my stream. Until then, we'll just be with these, the ones that you guys don't like, the ones that you hate. Why do you guys hate them so much? I don't know. You're just not good enough. That's okay. I just did a poor job. That's what I sit with every day. Anyway, today we are playing TR-49, which just came out Monday? Question mark? No. This week. Came out this week. It is a audio drama / puzzle game. Think like a radio show. The self-deprecation is real. It's real every day, Jem. I'm only replying with emotes now. That's very much not true. Your emotes are great. I mean, I don't know why people don't use them then, you know? Stares into the middle distance. I don't, people use the emotes in other people's streams, but they don't use them here. People use other people's emotes, not mine, so there's something wrong with them. I would use the heart one all the time if I actually had access to it. That's one I hate. I can't. Every time I redo it, it just gets worse. I don't like it. I'm going to redo it yet again. Don't really ever use them in general. That's fair. That's fine. But no, it's fine. I earlier this month we looked at my emote usage, or like, because it in insights it shows people using emotes, like how often people use emotes in your chat and in other people's chats, and which ones and how often they get used. I am the majority user of my own emotes. And by a landslide. Some of them don't get used by anybody else but me. And so I'm like, you guys must hate them. You guys must hate my work. You hate the art that I do. So I'm redoing all of them. Later this year, some point in 2026, I'm refreshing all of them. It's going to be a new design, a new me, new year, new me. Really only here and maybe at YV's channel. Yeah, that's fair. But like, actually, it did say you guys use my emotes more in other people's streams than my own. It seems. So, also the only reason I choose YV's laughing emote over yours is because yours makes noise, and I feel like that would be annoying for you to. It really isn't annoying for me. I put it there for a reason. Everything that is in my channel. So. Everything that's in my channel I like. If I don't like it, I get rid of it. Which is why you know how for example in YV streams, he has like the jump scares, and every time he's like upset sort of it being used. There's two things. One, I think it's fake streamer upset, partially. Streamers do that. I don't know if you guys realize that. A lot of streamers will like fake being angry or being surprised about something so that you do it more. Do you know that? It's psychology. um, but also, if let's say it is legitimate and he hates the jump scares, I don't see why you keep him. That's my thing. Is why keep him around then? You know. So that's why we don't have jump scares here, because I don't like being jump scared. If there's, I've added things to stream and then been like, oh wait, actually I hate this. I don't like this idea, and I get rid of it. I don't keep things around that I don't like. So, but yeah, you know, there are so many streamers who will do the like, they'll get jump scared, and they do this faux anger, like, oh, why do you guys always do that? And then it's like, but they act up so that you will do it more, but they get money from it. That's why they do it. Then I will use yours from now on. I don't want. To be fair, I actually, if for any consolation, I actually like visually YV's laughing emote more than mine. I think it's better. To be fair, I made mine like actually that was like a refresh, I think. So that's probably year 2 of me streaming. And so like I've gotten better. But actually a lot of YV's emotes have turned out better than mine. So I actually I like using a lot of his emotes more than mine, because I did a better job at his. So anyway. Well, in Daz's stream, he jumps like crazy to the finale. Well, that's true. I think Daz is definitely not faking it. He is very scared of those jump scares. But I think he has fun with it. I think that he doesn't act like upset about it. He just is legitimately jump scared. I think he's having fun. There are people who like act upset, and that's usually fake. This is a small pet peeve of mine, where it's sort of like, you know, people who get like jump scared or like they curse or get like, when a raid comes in, they'll either like yell, or they'll say like, they'll act as though they've never received a raid before. I guess. I find it very peculiar, in my opinion. Especially when they curse, instead of saying like, what the heck, they're saying something else. And I'm like, why is that your reaction? I don't like, you've heard your raid sound before. Why, you've been streaming for multiple years. I don't understand why like that's the emotion that brings. I feel like excitement and like, you know, gratefulness and whatever, that seems more like the direction I would go in emotionally. But it's the people who are like, oh, what the heck? What the heckies? I'm like, what? Why? If you like just changed your raid sound, maybe, but I never get it. I'm always confused by that response. But anyway, that's me. Me and my friend played a horror game on Fortnite. It scared me so bad. Oh boy, there were also spiders. I hate spiders. But yeah, I'm somebody who like anything that's like on my stream. I like. It's there for people to use. If I don't like it, if I find it annoying, or I find it disruptive or whatever, I'll get rid of it. There have been channel point redeems that have come and gone. That's part of the reason why Fist Bump got removed from a channel point, was because the whole point of the Fist Bumps was to say something positive or encouraging, say something that's like either something good that's happened in your, and that was all in the little description, like, you know, say something good that's happened in your life recently, or like a fun thing, or like say something nice to the community or whatever, and we'll all do a fist bump. But so many people just started using it as like a hello, and I was like, okay, well, it's not really the use, because it automatically plays and is like music and video, and it just is very like disruptive. So I got rid of it, and then we only kind of did it every once in a while for hype trains, and then we just haven't used it. So, you know, but it was I decided like, okay, this is kind of annoying me a little bit, like it's not being used how it was intended, and you know, whatever. So I'll like anything that's on my stream I use, or I've kept around. If it hasn't, or if I eventually am like, I'm tired of this, then yeah, I get rid of it. So if it's there, use it. If it you know, if people start telling me that they find it annoying, then that can change. That's something that then I'll be like, oh, okay. I have to go do laundry. I'll be back. Enjoy the chores. Get the chores done so fun stuff can happen later. But anyway, wash well, or wish well wishes, well washes. But anyway, and I might, in the year of 2026, I might add another channel point or not. Wash wishes, yes. The cleanliness of wishes. I might add a couple more channel point things, but I'm just not sure what I want them to be. I usually like to make something that visually happens on the screen, so, but I have to make sure it's something I can do, and anyway, so maybe there'll be some new stuff, but that's down the road. That'll probably happen after emotes, which that will take me a long time, so who knows when that'll be. Our stream anniversary's in May, so I don't know. Well, I doubt it'll be then, but we'll see. ASMR? I don't really have a good ASMR voice, unfortunately. YV has a good one, but yeah. So I doubt it. I don't think so. It's not really my forte. I'll just record YV doing the ASMR and it just plays it. It just a voiceover plays on top of it. On top of me. Do you guys have any streamer pet peeves as viewers? Are there any things that like you watch a stream and you're like, man, I hate when streamers do this? What are your streamer pet peeves? I'd be curious. I have plenty of streamer pet peeves. So many pet peeves. And those pet peeves have pet peeves. Follower only chat. Yes. That can be very frustrating. I understand why some people use it, but in general, I think if you don't have like a good reason to, don't use follower only chat. There's some people who get like harassment for various things, and that's the reason why they have follower only chat. But for the rest of everybody, if you have follower chat only, turn it off. It is, I like to interact with somebody a bit before following, so I know it's like worth the follow, I guess, you know? I browse categories a lot, and it literally stops me engaging. Yes, it is very rare that I will follow just so I can chat. I've left multiple times for that. Sometimes it's also like I remember there was a time I think we got hit with bots or something. It was I think the summer of hate raids that which I think was 2021 or something. And I think at some point I had flipped on follower mode to like stop that, and I forgot to flip it off. And eventually, someone was like, "By the way, you have." It was like weeks later. Someone was like, "You have follower mode only on." And I was like, "I do." I was like, "I did not know that." For sure, I understand a mechanism to deal with real harassment. If it's just a bot prevention measure, then I think there's better. Yeah, and well, I think honestly, a lot of people seem to use it based on from what I've seen on the Twitch subreddit. A lot of people seem to think that it's a good way to get followers. Is well, if people are want to interact, then they have to follow me. So followers equals good stuff. So yes, and that's not the case. It's often a deterrent for a lot of people. The thing that always got me was trauma dumping in the middle of stuff. Some places are all for it and want to be helpful, and that's great. And then there's people having a great time, and someone has an impromptu therapy session, makes a stream about them, then leaves, and doesn't support the streamer well. That is very true. That's a good viewer pet peeve. It's true. I think there's a time and place for it, and like I think there's like a way to do it that's like or to share. There's a way like if you know in a just chatting portion of a stream, sometimes it's good or it's okay if it's like short and concise and just like not a lot of details, but just kind of like, you know, I don't mind if people are like, you know, something bad has happened or like I'm sad about something or whatever. That's good to know. Or like the Discord can be like a better place for that. But I feel like every streamer has gone through it where it's like somebody is going into a lot of detail about something, and it's sort of like yeah, it's not really like helping the conversation, it's not helping the stream, it's not beneficial to anybody else in the chat. But it does always seem to be John's. I do feel like this seems to be true. It does seem to be people who don't support the stream normally. They're not there for anything else. They'll kind of do that and then they leave, and that's all you hear from them. I have seen like I know there are some people who don't mean to do that. Like there's some people who definitely it's more of like a, you know, they need to vent or something, and that's, you know, there's that. There is a group, a subsection of people who do that in some ways for attention and will likely hop from stream to stream doing that. And it seems like there's always something wrong. There's always a, like, anytime you see them, it's always a trauma dump. And it's because they, you know, likely, and the thing is people do this in person also. It's not isolated to online, but it's like they want the, you know, comfort and the, you know, people to be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, the care they want the care from other people. And that seems to be the way that they feel like they can get it. And so it, you know, they'll kind of hop from stream to stream doing that. I've seen before, actually. I think I was like in a couple of different tabs, like I had a bunch of like windows open or something. And I like saw like them in one person's chat, and then like 15 minutes later they were in another chat, like another community that is like had a lot of crossover, and then they were like doing it over there. So it's like, yeah, I felt like it kind of it was sort of like you know, they were just looking for some kind of like positive affirmation or something, but it doesn't seem very helpful. But I know there are people like I think Pucks had a channel on Discord that was like, if it's sort of like the rough life things channel or something, that was sort of like, if anybody wanted to talk about that stuff, you could do that there. And that way, like, also if people want to mute that, they can. But it also keeps it out of stream, I think. Or maybe it wasn't Pucks, maybe it was somebody else I saw, but I won't say who. But one day I went to a streamer I watched a lot and mentioned my dad passing, so I was feeling down. They read my message, said nothing, continuing on. It was kind of off-putting, especially when they preach about mental health. Oh goodness, that's awful, Bear. I'm sorry that happened. That is I think I feel like this is so I would be curious, Jonzo, do you have a streamer pet peeve in terms of like a pet peeve that's something that streamers do? Because I will say, like, this could be another one, and sort of related, Bear, is like, I feel like there are some times where, like, I've seen streamers who will read chat, but it's like they process zero of it. So, like, and it's not like, because I'm a slow processor, and so sometimes I'll read something, and then I'll read the next comment, and then it'll sort of register what happened in the previous comment, and then I'll kind of like jump back and forth. That's why it's probably very difficult to follow what I say sometimes. But I have watched a few people where it's like, it does feel like they are verbally reading chat, but actually don't. It's like they're saying chat, but they're not reading it. Does that make sense? They actually are taking zero in. And I don't know if this is what that person was doing necessarily, but I feel like I've seen that too, where it's like, oh, this person just said something, and they did not respond to it at all, or didn't acknowledge it, and I don't know. I'm sure I do that sometimes too, but some streamers are so awesome and handle it well. They have a tight-knit group and don't mind halting the stream to chat. It's great for those people. That's true. And it kind of, I mean, it also depends on the stream and whatever, you know, the streamer. Some people want to talk about that more, some people don't. If you have like a much more chatty, discussion-based stream, I could see that being a thing. Sometimes it's like, if you're in the middle of a game and, like, you know, you're like, and it's you know, someone starts talking about something really heavy, sometimes it could be hard to be like, how do I address this? But also I'm playing, you know, I don't know. I was trying to think of something that's like Hello Kitty Adventure Island or something, you know, like I'm playing something very lighthearted and whatever. What do I do over here? Or like, you know, that sort of thing. Emmy, welcome in. How are you? What really made me feel bad was when someone had a similar moment a week later and they hold. Oh, that's very unfortunate. You know, I'm very empathetic, and I know that the streamer had a bad relation with their father, so I said, oh, maybe that could be it. But that's still unfortunate that that's something that happened. Streamer pet peeve is probably 9-minute ad breaks, playing music so loud you can't hear anything else, ignoring chat, or exactly like you said, reading but not really reading, understanding, comprehending. What if I had just like moved on from that and I didn't respond to anything? Yeah, I agree. That's why, one, if ever like I'm watching someone and there's sound issues, like either they're too quiet, the game is competing with their mic, the music is too loud, or something, I always tell them. I think I remember someone a while back was like, oh, I didn't know if I should say. And I was like, yes. The answer to that is yes, because then no one else can hear me. So always say those things. Because one, like, I have different audio levels and like audio monitoring for that's different from what you guys hear. So like I can have my game louder for me and it be quieter for you guys or reverse. And so if something is too loud, you know, it's important to tell people. Also, Shady, here's my trauma dump. Coffee finished. Need to work. No, I hope you have a good one. Have a good day. The higher levels of Hello Kitty Adventure Island are actually pretty difficult. So, but yeah, no, yeah, that can be very annoying, Jonzo. I think one thing that sometimes bothers me that's sort of like, on the same lines is sometimes you're in the streamer is in a Discord call with a bunch of people, and I think this is my personal preference. I think the streamer should be louder than them. Because sometimes then what you will have is somebody on the call is so loud and you cannot hear the streamer talk. Sometimes, you know, the streamer might mute their mic to Discord so they can respond to something in chat, and you cannot hear them talking to chat because, you know, the Discord call is still happening and there's still people talking in the background. But the streamer's mic is too quiet or is like at the same level or whatever. And you can't really understand them talking to chat. So I don't know. Ignoring chat, or exactly like you said, reading, but not reading, understanding, comprehending. Yeah, that is not very fun. Let's see, did I read that? I'm very empathetic, and I know that. Oh yeah, I did read that. Just got from the shops now making coffee. Ooh. Did you say this? I can't remember if I asked you. How do you like your coffee? But yeah, I have plenty of streamer pet peeves. I've watched a lot of, because I'll watch streams to sort of be like, what do I like about this? What don't I like about this? What could I do? Like, what can I take away from this? What do I, you know, whether it's I want to do this or I don't want to do this. So I've sort of developed a lot of pet peeves, and I've watched a lot of different streamers of various sizes that, you know, because I think you can learn something from new and old streamers. But yeah, I've over time developed a bit of a like, yeah, I don't really like how this works, or what the streamer is doing. I just spilled a bunch of coffee, or a bunch of drops just went everywhere. Trying to think if I have, and some are like the thing I was saying about like raids. It's less of a pet peeve, more of a confused, I don't understand this about streamer culture. I think it's streamers copying other streamers, and it just like has developed into this like thing that streamers do sometimes. But I'm every time like, I don't get why this is your reaction to this. I don't understand how this is like a natural reaction. So it seems very, to me, it's always like this seems manufactured and not genuine. But oh, also pet peeve. I do not like it when people have go lives that are like, you just received a gifted sub from so and so, or User just sent you a message. Absolutely hate that. I feel like it is a very vaguely manipulative tactic to trick people into engagement. People who are, especially people who are new to Twitch and who don't know how Twitch works. Because every once in a while I'll see on, granted, I feel like I saw that more in 2020. Sassy, welcome in. Diabolical. Yeah. I feel like I saw it more in 2020 and 2021. I haven't seen it in a while, but, every once in a while on the Twitch subreddit, I'll see somebody make a post who's like, either I got a thing that said Twitch, I got a notification saying that I got a gifted sub, but when I check, I don't have a sub. How do I redeem it? Or, I got a message saying that the streamer sent me a message, but my inbox doesn't have anything. Like, where did it go? Like, can I find the message? And I find that sad. I find it really sad that, that happens. Hello for my new computer. This monitor is massive, and Mr. Panic gave me his computer too. What? That's amazing, Sassy. How do you like it? But yeah, I hate seeing it. It to me, again, it seems like a very cheap engagement tactic. So I don't like it. I have unfollowed people for using it because I just find it very annoying. And also, it seems to be like smaller creators in general. But I actually saw there was a much bigger streamer. Like, I think she typically has like 200-ish people in her stream or whatever. But I followed her, and like the next day she streamed, and she uses that as like a go live. You got a gifted sub from or to this person's channel. And I was like, oh, that really sucks. So I unfollowed her because I was like, I don't know. I was just like that. I hate it's such a I just hate it. It feels gross. But welcome back, Sage. I hope the laundry went well. Still trying to get used to everything? Fair. I hope you enjoy it. I need to figure out how to turn on dark mode again because this is bright. Oh boy. Are you on light mode Twitch? I forget that's a thing. But yeah, if you use that as a go live, it's a very good way for me to either unfollow you or stop watching. I just don't like it. It's so weird. I forget that's a thing. There's so many websites that like I only use. Oh, my pizza. Oh wait, you said this earlier that you were eating something that I love. Is it pizza? And it fell face first on the ground? The whole pizza? Please tell me no, Bear. That's like me and my deli slices not yesterday. Earlier this week. Monday? Was that Monday? Please tell me it was just a slice, Bear. The whole thing? No, Bear. I'm so sorry. Do you have another pizza? That is the worst feeling. Dropping food is like just such, I hate it. Because you have the hopes of something nom nom, and then it is on the ground. And you're like, you're not supposed to be there. Why are you on the ground? You are supposed to be in my belly. I mean, it's too good. How fast did you pick it up? So it matches what the computer is set to. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, I'm a dark mode only. There's so many sites that if they don't have a dark mode, I'm like, is there an extension I can use to make this easier on my eyes? Mine is not referring to chat as a whole in an inclusive way. For example, not referring to chat as a whole in an inclusive way. For example, dude. One streamer used to use it constantly because he considered it gender neutral until he was asked how many dudes he had kissed. He got upset by the question because he took it to mean men. If that is your assumption, then dude is not gender neutral. That's fair. I tend to... We've talked about this before about... referring to chat as a whole and if people like that or not. And I feel like it's fine when I'll kind of use it if I am referring to like the general mood of chat or something that is like, it can't really be pinned on just a person or two. It's something that's like the vibe, or, you know, I might say, like, if I'm playing a game and if I'm playing Professor Layton and I'm struggling on a puzzle and multiple people are like anxiously like, he's so close, why can't, like, you know, like if there's like a lot of, you know, like you're so close to the answer, whatever, I might be like, chat's really feisty today, because it's like I'm not trying to pin that on one person. I'm talking about the general mood. But if I am wanting to like refer to Bear, I think you're very close to overtaking Emmers. But if it's like, because there are some streamers who will just say chat to everything. Like even to like individual comments that are being made by like, it's not a general, you know, take from the, you know, from chat. It's like a singular person has said something, they'll still refer to them as chat. And I think that's weird. So I generally don't typically like, I don't tend to refer to chat as a whole until I'm talking about like, yeah, the vibe, mood of the day. If multiple people are doing something or saying something. But if it's like to Sassy's comment, seriously, everything needs to be dark mode. If I said, yeah, chat, it really should be all in dark mode, I feel like that would be weird. that would be strange. I grabbed one slice, turned around to get back to my chair, and noticed that it was no longer sitting on my table. No! That is awful. The moment you call us chat, I'm calling out the imposter. Thanks, chat. I do it as a joke also, because I feel like it's such a streamer thing. Like, it's like I use streamer in italics. It's a very like, hey, it's your boy, you know, streamer persona, you know. I think what happens is a lot of people see, Well, one, I've realized a lot of people only watch like big streamers, like people who have 100 or plus, you know, and maybe that's even too small of a number. There are people who only watch like the top 0.1% of streamers. And those people will refer to chat as chat because they can't refer to anybody individually, right? Like chat's moving too fast, and they're not responding to anyone individually. They are maybe saying just like random words or whatever, but they're not really like reading or whatever. Those people will refer to their community as chat because, again, they're not talking to anyone individually. But I think then smaller streamers or like newer streamers who only watch those people will pick that up as a habit and will then start referring to chat as like the chat as chat and not as the individual people. And I think I've been in a stream before where there's like 2 people talking, there's maybe 3 to 5 people watching, and they're doing that. And sometimes I'm like, looks around. You mean me? You could use my name, but it could be a thing. Could easily use my name, but okay. Seems a little more impersonal this way, but I prefer chat over dude. People have their preferences. I know, like Dex Bonus, she uses dude, but she's also very California. But it comes up every once in a while in her stream where people be like, just dudes? And she's like, no, I say dudes pretty loosely. And I think she does legitimately. But yeah. I just don't really like, I feel like if you can refer to people as the individual, I try to go for that over, you know. But I think also it's different. We try to have I try to have conversations here. I feel like, you know, I like talking to you all. I try to ask how your day is going. I ask what's new. I try to follow up on like things that you guys have mentioned. So I'm trying to have a conversation. I don't know if everyone else is like, I mean, I don't know if all streamers are trying to, so maybe they're more likely to refer to everyone generally, but I don't know. Hannah, welcome in. How are you? The Build-A-Bear I ordered should be here tomorrow, and then I can start to customize it into Lucky. Oh, Sage, you should post it in the Discord when you do. That'll be great. BeeWeek is going to be a reality. I hope so. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to it. That's right. B games, B onesies, me reading the entire script of B movie. I might try to get a hold of the PlayStation 2 B movie game. I'm here for it. By the way, Hannah, I have a question for you. I've got a question for you. I can't believe I didn't say B. Well, actually, we had it because we did a B gifter. I realized that I need to make a big gifter. So we'll have to do that. What is, because we were just talking about this. Big. What, do you have any streamer pet peeves? Like something that other streamers do that irks you, that gives you pause? do you have any streamer pet peeves? So not things that viewers do, but things that like another streamer does that you're like, why do they do this? Why do streamers do this? I hate it when streamers don't accept compliments. Can't. Sorry, banned. I don't like it when people refer to chat as chat. I was just talking about that. That's very funny. Bear, I can't help you there. I saw a magical comment about dude, and I call everyone dude. Ah, fair. But in an inclusive way, I think. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like if you can be inclusive about it, then it works. I think in the example Magical gave, it was someone who was inconsistently inclusive. So someone might say that's then not inclusive. But okay, that's fair. Yeah, I would agree. I do agree also that that's sort of it's just very impersonal. Because I think also like I try to like we are not at a level of streaming, or I say we, I mean me, like as my community. We are not at a level in which I shouldn't be able to recognize all of you. There are times where like if someone is new and maybe they've only chatted once before, the second time they come around, I'll be like, is this person new or not? But like if you chat multiple times, I should be able to recognize you, you know? Like I should be able to like, you know, at the very least remember that you are part of the community. So I don't know. I feel like I can refer to people individually. I can have a conversation with you. Most of you, I remember things about stuff that you've said or life events or games you like or whatever. So like, you know, I get it if you have 500 chatters, but yeah, exactly. 100. Yeah, true. At that point, it's like, yeah, you literally cannot. You can probably barely see people's names fly by. But until that point, like, you know, I feel like I feel like I can keep up with like both. I mean, maybe it's just compartmentalization, but like, I feel like I'm even able to do that in both my stream and YV's stream. Like, I can remember people who I only see over there, and I can remember like little things or that they've talked about or mentioned or whatever. But like, so I don't know. I feel like you don't need to be. Again, the only time I do it is when I'm like referring to the mood or the vibe or whatever that people are of the chat today, you know. Again, I'll be like, chat's very cranky, but I'm not like, because it's like multiple people, right? It's like adding to it or whatever. So it's like I'll do that, but it's like if I'm having a conversation, I'm not going to be like, thanks, chat. Yeah, let me respond to your one comment, but I'm gonna refer to you as chat. It's so weird. Do you have any? I do. I have plenty. I have so many, Hannah. I said what started this conversation was me saying one, like, I don't keep things on stream that I don't like. So like I don't like jump scares, so I don't keep them around. It's kind of, it branched from that, and I said I don't get it. This is less of a pet peeve and more of a, this is a quirk that some streamers do that I don't understand. And I don't get it. I think it is purely manufactured and done out of like, I think they think other streamers do this, so they do it too. But so I guess it is technically a pet peeve of mine. Anyway, is sometimes when you watch a streamer, a raid will come in and their response to the raid will be as if they have never received a raid before. They will like get jump scared by their own raid alert, and they'll be like, they'll sometimes curse instead of what the heck. You can imagine what it is. But they'll be like, oh my goodness, what is this? What? Oh, like over, yes. And I'm like, you've heard your raid before, like you've heard your raid alerts before. And I think like being surprised by raid, like in a genuine way or like is fine. I think it's when it's to me, it's like the extreme, like the, again, profanities. You can sub in the profanities in your own mind, but them being like, oh, what the heckies, what's going on? Like, I've never, what's, it's like it, and they'll yell and they'll scream, and I'm like, you know what this is. Why is this? You've received raids from this person before. I don't get how that's your reaction. It just seems so, to me, again, it seems manufactured, because my thought is they've probably seen another streamer do it and they feel like that needs to be their reaction every time. And that's the thing, is that it's their reaction every time. And it's like, that's not genuine. It's not real. I think you should be like, it should be, I feel like the emotion should be more on the like happy, excited, gratitude side of things. I don't get how, like, if that is your reaction every time, it's like, that doesn't make sense to me. And so it perplexes me. It's a curiosity that when I see it, I'm like, why is this your reaction? Do you feel like you need to react like that? Is there another emotion you could go to? Is it because you don't know how else to react? You don't know how to show that gratitude in a way that is I don't know. Don't let it go on for 5 minutes. I think I wouldn't raid someone that did it, that did that. I mean, to be fair, I don't think, well, I don't typically raid out anymore, but I don't, like, the people we've raided, I don't think typically did that, but I feel like it's just such a streamer thing that I just sort of, like, I just sort of glare at, I guess. I just sort just sort of like, I don't know. I question. Why not? I was wondering the other day why you don't raid out. Yeah, I feel like I've had not the best experiences with raids generally. So I've just kind of, I think we raided out twice last year on my stream recap. It's so funny when you don't do something a lot, but the recap is written in a way that it assumes that you would. So, like, I think I raided out twice last year, but my recap was like, "You're a raid king" or something. Like, it's, you know, the wording for it is like, as if you are someone who does it quite often, and it's like, "You are a raid king. You raided 2 times," and it's like, okay. It also did that to me with collabs. I think I had 2 collabs last year, and it was like, you are bringing so many communities together. You have collabed twice, and I was like, maybe I should collab more this year. Maybe I should do more this year. But yeah, no, we kind of stopped raiding, I don't know, a year or two ago. Probably closer to like 2 years ago. We just haven't had, I feel like, the best of luck with raids. And like, raid targets that are new. So I end up raiding like the same person over and over and over again. And so, along with that, showing gratitude no matter how big or small the raid is. I've seen people completely ignore a smaller raid, but being over the top for a bigger. Yeah, I try to show the same amount of gratitude either way. That person is trusting their community with you, even if it's a small community, and ignoring that makes me feel like they're not welcome there. Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's important to. I feel like it's important to show raids the same, like, gratitude no matter how big or small. Because, again, it's, like you said, they're trusting you with their community. Or at the very least, I feel like it's, even if it is somebody who, it's a raid of 1, 2 things. One, Twitch drops people on raids all the time. So you never know if they're like, if it's a Twitch thing. 2, even if it is just a singular person raid, I feel like it's flattering in a way because it's sort of like, they might want to like, they appreciate your stream. So they like, are trying to connect in a way, or trying to like, they see you as a streamer too, right? So I don't know. I find it very like, it's a positive thing, I think. Yeah, ignoring raids isn't good. I'll make it. Oh yeah, you should. If you make a Discord account, you should post it in our Discord. I constantly get dropped, but normally it's a blessing because it's well past bedtime. That's fair. I actually have I have a on my one of my Twitch extensions. I have it so actually I have to manually join a raid. Mostly because I don't have unlimited internet, so I don't want a raid train to go on for hours and me not realize it, and my data is just being eaten. Speaking of, I need to check my data and make sure we have internet, so it doesn't just stop in the middle of stream. Because I know it's like, it's on the brink. Yesterday I had to buy some, and I did not check today. Am I evil for having a minimum raid amount? No, I don't think so. Okay, we should be fine for today. No, I don't think so. I feel like it. I mean, there was definitely a time where it was also like there were hate raids going on and stuff, and like people would raid in for just like, just so that the username is like on the screen and stuff, and that was like, shady. But no, I wouldn't say so. What is your raid amount, if I can ask? I have tried to raid some before, and I was like, oh, we don't have the amount, but it was like, I was like, by the way, ads are gonna play, and I can do nothing. I've snoozed them as long as I can. But it was like, it's 3. I always thought 1 or 2 persons raids were so awkward. That's fair. I mean, that's up to you. I once tried to raid some with like, I think 20 people, and I was like, oh, I didn't make the cut. And so I was like, okay, never mind. We won't. Oh gosh. I think I just ended stream. I think it's fine. It's up to you. That's not a pet peeve of mine, I would say. So I don't really care about that. I tried to raid T-Pain once, but he had raids turned off. Unbelievable, T-Pain. I'll say for I do get when, like, if you try to raid somebody that's like, if you tried to raid T-Pain, I would understand if T-Pain did not acknowledge your raid, you know? I don't know if you'd be personally hurt by T-Pain not acknowledging your raid, and if you do feel hurt by him not acknowledging your raid, then I do apologize. But, like, I've raided Dex Bonus before, and I know that she, like, I don't, one, she doesn't have a raid alert. But I know she pretty much only will acknowledge a raid if it's like a huge one. But she is somebody who, again, she typically has like 200-ish people watching her. And I think the problem that she deals with more likely is there's a lot of people who do maybe try to raid in with like very little. And if she were to acknowledge every raid, it could be disruptive to her thing. So she pretty much will only, she'll only acknowledge raids from partners probably, but I would never raid him even if I could. As a joke, I was actually going to, but it's a thing now. Cindy always suggests T-Pain. Oh, it's amazing. Imagine if maybe this is, if he, I mean, maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he doesn't know that raids are turned off. You know? Maybe he just doesn't realize that he has that turned on. I usually rate people around the same or lower viewers because I remember the feeling I got when people rated me with a lot. Yeah, I think that's generally, I think, recommended. I know some people, I think when some newer streamers start off, they think that they should raid like the upper echelon of streamers, and it's like, don't do that. Don't do that. Likely, if you get any follows from it, those people aren't going to return. They're not going to watch you, you know? But no, that's probably good advice. And even though I don't typically raid out, I feel like that would be the advice that I would give people is raid your community size or lower, you know. Or if there's like, if you're playing some obscure game, maybe that would also fit no matter the stream size, but generally that's probably good advice. But yeah, I said the raid thing. I don't know. I'm sure if I thought of more. Oh, I did say people who use the so and so just gifted you a sub as their go live. That's like a thing I don't really like to see, or so and so sent you a message as a raid, as a go live message. I find it very manipulative and just, I don't know. I find it manipulative specifically to new Twitch users. It's got me a couple of times, yeah. I feel like, anybody can fall for it, but I feel like people who are especially new to Twitch, I have seen on the Twitch subreddit, people make posts who are like, I just got a notification that I got a gifted sub. I can't say I've ever seen that. You're lucky, Magical, then. There are people who will put in there like, Twitch stream, or you have been gifted a sub to Twitch, a tier 1 sub to this channel. Or this person has sent you a message. It's like the streamer has sent you a message. And I find that sad because, again, people will post on like the Twitch subreddit and they'll be like, I got a message that I got a notification that I was gifted a sub, but I don't see the sub. How can I redeem it? Or a streamer sent me a message, but I don't see it in my inbox. How do I check it? Or did it get lost somewhere? Does anyone know how I can find it? I'm like, this feels very sad. This makes me very sad to see this. You don't follow scammers. Yeah, I have mostly unfollowed people who do that because I just don't like it. It rubs me the wrong way. I don't really. Because the only reason to do it is you hope that people fall for the trick and click on your go live and watch. Which, yes, all streamers hope that people watch them, but do it legitimately. Do it in a way that is not a trickery. Oh, and I was gonna say, Magical, to something you said earlier about raids. I feel like same thing with like, you know, especially because like we have been fundraising stuff for, you know, we fundraised the last Australia trip. We're fundraising another one. I never want to, like, as much as I am like appreciative of people who donate and stuff or whatever, I never want to try to like treat people who gift things or donate better than people who don't. So that's why I'm always like, when I give my thank yous to, you know, donators and whatever, I always try to say like, you know, whether you just lurked or chat or whatever, that also helps. Like that, you know, if you are lurking, that does help put more eyes on the stream, and so that is a way of helping, even if you yourself cannot give, or if you're a chatter or whatever, that is also helpful. Keeps things engaged and moving and whatever. So like, I don't know, I never tried to like obviously we try to celebrate the stuff because we have like Bee Gifter and things, but I don't try to like show people preferential treatment based on donations and stuff, you know. The custom intro sound, Hannah Nah, what's it going to be? Do you know? It actually is surprising you don't have one. What do you know what you want your intro sound to be? How exciting! I love when people redeem the intro sound. It's got to be a minion. Really? I thought it was going to be... My first thought was like, maybe it's going to be a fuse line. I was expecting like a fuse voice line or something. But a minion? Like the yellow ones? Oh, now I have to think. Oh, did I give you an idea? Yeah, you have time to think. I just didn't know if you had one like off the top of your head, but yeah, you can take your time. This is a way better idea. Okay. I do love. He has such good lines too. Is the thing. It'd be very difficult to choose. He has, I think, some of the best voice lines in the game. IMO. They do have, if you've never been, by the way, can we change? If you want to change yours, you can. We can change. You can, I mean, you can. Also, hold on. Where is... If you've never been to the Apex Legends fandom wiki, I mean, as people, okay. They have like most of, if not all of the voice lines. I don't know how often it gets updated, but you can even hear some of them too. So if you need like the list of his voice lines. Putting the bomb in bombastic since 2681. So good. Oh, I didn't know that was a reference. His line, if there's dirty deeds need doing, I'll do 'em dirt cheap. Apparently that's an AC/DC song reference. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. I have never listened to, well, I'm sure I've heard AC/DC. I could not tell you names of songs. But also I forget they're Australian. Sally got to go to a very boring meeting. Be back in an hour if I survive. All right, Jim. Have a good one. Interesting. Did you know that some Australians call AC/DC Akadaka? That's how they say it? I know that sounds fake, but it's real. Is Amir's chat slow? What do you mean? Like there's a delay? Seems on speed to me. Maybe you need to refresh your stream. I'm here to pour a little petrol in the situation. I love that. I love that line. I was thinking about that line just the other day. Where is that? I like the way he says petrol. Oh, there it is. Wait. There it is. He like pauses between little and petrol, and it's great. He has such great lines. Yeah, go through the list. Pick out what you want, and I'll add it. Let me. It's like 5 seconds. I think it might be you. Try refreshing stream. If it's not, yeah, we haven't dropped frames or anything, so I think it might be you, or maybe your internet's acting funny. That's a great line. That is fantastic. He just has so many good lines. Oh, really? Huh? Maybe it's internet. I mean, it's Fuse. I would accept it. I would accept it. Yeah, Beer, I don't know. It seemed fast to me. Yeah, I feel like it's, I mean, granted, I don't know. Hold on. Let me see how fast it appears on my iPad. Yeah, that seems about fine. I'll still. Speaking of Australian words, sayings. Hold on. Speaking of Australian words, saying, since you know things, this morning when I complimented Ivy's hoodie, he said it's an yeah. Is it? No, it's like a product. It's a blanket that has a hoodie. That's like, it's almost like a poncho. It's a brand name. I do think they might actually be. It's an Australian company, so I think that's probably also why he specified that, because it's like, It's like, yeah, they look like this. So it's like a blanket hoodie. I don't know if his is that long. It might be. But yeah, they're sort of like giant oversized blanket things. But yeah, it's a brand. A brand. They are. They actually do. Side note, they do. Product promotion deals with streamers. I think you can like apply to be like an affiliate or something, so you get like an affiliate link, and I think they'll give you like a discounted one or something, and then you can try to like sell, or you can have like a sponsored stream by them, but yeah, so it's an actual specific product. I've heard what's interesting is I've heard that Americans are more likely to call something by a product name, like Kleenex or Band-Aid, or like we will refer to a product by its brand name, not its like general use item name, where that's like less common around the world. But I do find like, and I think that's generally true. I feel like a lot of Australians don't do that. Except I feel like when it's an Australian brand, then they're very like, it's Uggs or Udis or whatever. We do that too, yeah. I could see that being regionally. Whereas I feel like I've heard that a lot of other countries don't tend to do that. They're more likely to refer to something as it's like their tissues, not Kleenex. I mean, granted, I don't think Kleenex is an international brand. I don't think. Maybe they are. Or like, Kleenex is probably in North America, but I don't know if they're like in England or whatever. But they're more likely to be referred to as tissues or bandages, instead of like Band-Aids or I'm sure there's plenty that I'm forgetting, but anyway. But yeah, you're welcome. Hopefully that helps. We are going to play, and we'll go ahead and move into the game since ads played a little bit ago. TR-49. I never say Kleenex, but I do say Band-Aid. Oh, interesting. I definitely say Kleenex. I am somebody who refers to things as product names. I try not to now that like I talk to people from around the world, but it's something that I definitely have noticed I do. So
she
this
knows
game,
not what the curse may be.
so this is like a...
She weaveth steadily.
So this
and little other care hath she.
Abby. Abby? Are you there? Can you hear me? Oh, Jesus, this thing doesn't work at all. Abby? Are you there?
Dang, so okay, hold on. This game just starts. Hold on. We're gonna...
Come on.
Oh, I think Steam closed. It did. We're gonna restart. We're gonna restart because I feel like I missed that. I was gonna say, Abby just kept interrupting me. Man, what was I gonna say? Oh, it's like an audio drama puzzle game. Do you guys say bathroom, restroom, washroom? I say bathroom. I'll say bathroom if I'm in someone's house. Restroom if I'm out and about. I don't ever say washroom or water closet. Water closet. I've got to go to the water closet, as all the British people say. They're always saying that about water closets. I'll say bathroom. Yeah, I probably do also say bathroom mostly out in public, but I feel like restroom seems a little bit less personal. If I feel like restroom is like I have to use the bathroom and I know I'm going to regret it because I expect the place is going to be dirty. Bathroom just seems comfy. The toilet. Yeah, just that. Okay. All right, we're getting in. We now know that it just starts. So I gotta be ready for it.
She knows not what the curse may be. And so she weaveth steadily. And little other care hath she.
Abby. Abby? Are you there? Can you hear me? Oh, Jesus, this thing doesn't work at all. Abby? Are you there? Come on, Abby, make contact. Come on.
I can hear you.
Oh, excellent, it works. My name's Liam. First up, Abby, can you tell me where you are?
This is, some kind of cellar. It's dark, I can't really see.
Dark? Alright, I'll put through some more power, see if that helps. There, how's that?
Yeah, better.
Tell me what you can see.
Is that loud? Wait a minute.
Abby!
Wait. Do I need...
Sorry, yeah. There's a machine. It looks old. It's made of... What even is this stuff? It's like dinosaur plastic.
Hold on, let me get a controller. I thought this was going to be very point and clicky, so I was expecting to use a keyboard and mouse, but it seems like it really wants me to use a controller, so we will do that instead. Tiny bit? Okay. Also, subtitles. Let's reduce hints for now. Well, it's weird that that's... Let's see what the hints are like. Music, let's drop down.
Formaldehyde resin. Is it working?
I don't know. How would I tell?
Try using it. There should be some switches, some kind of input system.
Input system like what?
You're down there and I'm up here, so you're gonna have to figure that out. What's going on?
I assumed we needed to put in the name of the game, but I could be wrong. Power on. I'm here to get this machine working. Wait.
Half this entry's corrupted. It looks deliberate. Like it's been hidden.
I think the machine's trying to protect itself against strangers. We need to try to understand what's here. It's the sources that matter. If we can make sense of the sources inside the machine, then we can get it working. Get control of it. So record any titles you find.
I'm recording the titles of the sources.
So-
LB. Oh.
We're mapping out its mind. Is that it?
Making sense of it, one title at a time.
Trying to play Fortnite, but it's having matchmaking problems. No! That's unfortunate. Status. I'm monitoring the codes to their titles. Sources 1 found. Boot index, load previous. Last entry created. Edit sources, ES92. I'm at ES92 right now. So, title... BEZE. There's some symbol 50. Oh, wait, that's changing. Note appended. Press to collect.
This is the title that goes with this code. Break code. Break code.
Okay. What does that mean?
I got one. I got a name.
Okay.
And, okay, this is weird. But the text, it's clearing up.
He had believed that the machine could
How did that happen?
Associations. That's how this machine works.
This is a book. I mean, the screen is showing me like a log entry about a book. Why is it doing that?
This machine was built to understand things that no one else can understand. To find meaning where meaning is obscure. In German war codes originally, then other things. And the way it does it is by eating books.
CC had believed the machine could benefit humankind, but the longer it ran, the clearer it became that humankind stood forever in a line,
What's next?
with those at the front taking the largest share. So to put all the value in a single place was to starve those who could never reach the front. I'm sorry, Father, I left. 14 long years passed and I picked up this book, Break Code, at a flea market, and you were inside. There's even a facsimile of one of your log entries, dated 49. I don't know how they got their hands on it, so I came back to feed it into the machine, and this time I found the message you left for me right away. I got married, Father, and you weren't there to give me away. Enter code to expend. Additional log, 1999 user, ALIZ. Links? Okay. I'm not sure what a lot of this means.
There are more codes here, but they don't fit the pattern.
See if you can piece something together.
So, ES92. What is... I don't know what else... Oh, am I rewinding?
Oh, this is stupid. I don't know what I'm doing.
You'll get there, don't worry. You're the right person for this, Abby.
We did TR-49. What is LA-57? So if I go here. LA-57. Oh, right. Well, that was... I pulled up an entry, so that is the last entry. Wait, last entry created. Load previous, edit sources. ED17. So nothing's changed here, right? Let's see, D7. What? ED17. There we go. Source control, exercise caution, reintegration is power intensive. and can reduce network capacity. Releases are known to have unintended consequences. Make data source, wipe data source, blah, blah, blah. We've only been playing for like 10 minutes or something. Yeah.
Okay, that did something.
Good, good.
I don't know what it did.
And so, the work begins in earnest.
The universe is but the surface of a pool. Pemberton. CC. Okay. So these are people who are communicating via these things. Destroyed the only copy of a work by QL. Associated code CC-49.
There's a face in the glass.
Just another kind of recording. Don't get distracted.
B advises caution the scientific approach. I disagree. Pemberton SIDS us to understand the universe as the surface of a pool. We must... Oh, bids us. Okay, some of it's changing as it, like, over time. We must stand on the shoulders of giants if we are to see above the surface.
Do you know where you are?
The rung, then. The first rung, then. The first brick. The cornerstone, QL, published in 1918, just after the war ended. Still unresolved. Mine may be the only copy left. No matter, I will tear it apart, page by page, and feed it in. QL.
It might help if I knew what I was looking for.
A book. We're here to find a book.
I'm here to find a book. QL. This is CC-49. $1918. Okay. I do left bumper. This thing spins. I don't know what that means. We do QL 18. Is that something? Linked to this. Multiple new pages. Academicalist Journal, founded in 1926. Select codes. We have no codes. Quentin Lemarchand. QL 18.
There isn't a code here.
The codes aren't random. They're based on the source that was fed in. Hopefully you can figure out where to look next.
An original copy of from 1918 from an auction held by Quentin's widow after his death 6 years later. The cover is marked draft. The inside is a mess of scrawl and what would that word be? And It's not changing. No matter, the machine will infer whatever is missing. We will know Le Marchant's mind. There's a final version. It was destroyed. The Academicalist Journal, AJ, wrote about it in issue number 1, 2 years after Le Marchant died. I will feed it in. Every scrap helps. Press to collect.
There's a title right here. Academicalist's Journal, issue 1. Academicalist's Journal, issue 1. There are some leads to follow, I think. Only it doesn't give me the codes.
It's a machine. There's got to be a logic to it.
2 years after Le Marchant died. So if I found the year Quentin died...
Alright then.
I could then put in AJ and then 2 years after he died. Is my guess? This is QL18.
I'm guessing Cecil built this thing then?
Cecil Calderley and his wife Beatrice.
So wait, this is not, hold on. Oh, wait, 1856, 1924 in the background? Does that mean AJ 26? Assign the title for this book. So I think
Academicalist Journal, issue 1.
I think that's correct.
The text, it's clearing.
There
What
we
does it
go.
know?
So
To the home of rational thought. Let us begin with a control cycle.
So okay. You can find logs and stuff and they clear up when you assign the correct title to them, I think is how that works. Perhaps? I think that's what's happening. Welcome to the home of rational thought. Let us begin with a counterexample. Note appended 1974, user Cecil. Alchemy, Wicca, ley lines. Words are chemical elements seeking to bond. Even better, we pare back reality's flesh to find the stony truth inside. An annual investigation of everything weird and broken and strong. I stumbled upon issue 2 some time ago under the obvious code. Others have crept in from dark places since. Now I have issue number 1. Insane already, but even a dog's ears prick in a thunderstorm. They write of Professor Le Marchant's revisions, destroyed by a monster from the Church of the Destroyed by a monster from the rampaging... No. I can read. Destroyed by a monster from the Church of the Rampaging Christ. C89. Startling. A claim the Frenchman published again, even as he lay dying, 25 years, and I had no idea. Did the journal's editor know him personally? Alright, let's collect these things.
Better note this title down. Academicalist's Journal, issue 2.
revisions.
Another type. Revisions. So, this thing is a code-breaking machine.
It was built to break German war codes in 1943. It's much more than that now.
Okay.
What happened to this thing after the war ended?
The machine was moved from Bletchley to Manchester, but it disappeared. A few years later, it's down here. Bigger. More powerful. Hidden.
I stumbled upon issue number 2 some time ago under the obvious code.
Alright then. Give me the code of the book rafter and I'll get it.
We only know the title. End piece.
Who wrote End Piece?
I don't know.
You don't know much, do you? Can't you just look it up?
No.
Why not?
End piece doesn't exist out there anymore. It's from a previous revision. The only reason anyone has a copy is because of this machine.
Because of the machine?
Revisions are meant to fade away. Reality is meant to come back. But somehow, once a revision gets into this machine, it never fades away. It's like the machine won't let the world stop dreaming.
So, you're saying this machine is what did it? All of it. It's what made everything go wrong.
Books, ideas, have a power. And they weren't meant to be read this way.
Like what?
Over and over, obsessively, word by bloody word. Words are thoughts. They're meant to, I don't know, come and go, change, grow, not get trapped, not go round and round like a fever.
This book we're after. Why was it written? Do you know?
The story I was told is it's a book to bring a loved one back from the dead, to put an end to their peace.
Oh, interesting.
And someone used it?
I suppose, though it can't have lasted more than a moment. Nothing more than a dream. Until someone else fed it into this thing.
Okay.
Curious.
Let's see.
Okay. Church of the Rampaging Christ, reactionary group who destroyed Quentin Le Marchand's last book. Pemberton, Beatrice, co-built the machine, married to Cecil. Elise, daughter of the machine's creators, Cecil, Caldry, and Beatrice, abandoned the archive in 1985. Cecil, Quentin. So, just a guess. Hold on. RC 89. I feel like that's so quiet. I don't know what the first word is. Scrape if you have to. It does not matter. For tomorrow we will rise like thrown spears to rain down upon the unrighteous. The lower you go now, the greater your ascension will be. The Church of the Rampaging Christ sounds like a violent missionary organization. It is not. It is an anti-scientific body dedicated to the destruction of knowledge itself for the betterment of human segregation, a dark spin-off of Tennyson's Metaphysical Society. Christ would not, I think, have approved of the use of his name. This pamphlet is not recorded here from a desire to preserve this group's ideas, but to serve as a lighthouse for future generations, a tower on the foundering rocks steer away. Avoid the rhetoric of the closed-minded, for the universe will never fold itself tightly enough to meet these people's needs. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, the voice when it's... I feel like the... the audio people are fine. Like the, Alice? No. Liam and... I've forgotten her name. Oh, I thought there was something walking in the background. I think it's just sort of like a, like the colors shift around. The two make, yeah, they seem fine. Or are they also quiet to you guys? Are they quiet too? They are fine. Okay, yeah. Then okay, yeah. It's the the machine voice is seems very quiet. Okay, well that's good. I mean, at least I know that everything else is fine. I want to see. I wonder if I do AC 85, if that's something. Because it seems to be people's initials and then a number.
I don't like revisions. They seem like curses to me. Always going wrong and no one ever knows why.
That's what I'm here for. I'm monitoring you. Just stay focused. Don't let your mind wander.
AC 85. There's nothing here. It's worthless. My father wrote about the things inside this machine like they were angels in heaven, but they're nothing. I fed in 3 books he would have loved. Notes and Discoveries, Doom Wild, Men Must Devour. Shredded them, page by page. It's the worst kind of stupid. Look at the comment on GA00. Look at the card he wrote the year before he died. Okay. Let's do all this.
Notes and Discoveries. Doom Wild. Men Must Devour.
Okay. BE47 thought to include this book as a reference point. Should it change, we will, I hope, know. Then again, perhaps it is already too late. Things are in motion under the unwinking gaze. I apologize for spurious author and date. It made me chuckle. The machine has taken it more seriously. I don't know what that means. I apologize for spurious author and date. Oh. GA00? That makes sense. So they did that just because they needed to make a quick note, I guess. And the machine logs it as that is, you know. So GA. I don't know what that stands for. What author or something? General author? I don't know. BE-47. Note appended. Cecil is a deer, but he does not understand that if this machine of ours is to think, it must be wise. Hold on. Cecil is a deer, but he does not understand that if this machine of ours is to think, it must be wise. You cannot compute in a vacuum tube, so I have been feeding in the classics. And of course, he has been releasing them again. Well, dear, I have sealed that option up behind the name of the creation we haven't made yet. Checkmate, CC11.
How do we even know the title of this book we're after?
Multiple reports. Multiple sources. This book's been out there in the wild for years now.
You sure?
Deadly sure. Or we wouldn't be here. It's the most powerful revision there is.
I unlocked a new section, apparently.
So this machine is what? It's a library?
It's an archive.
Cecil Calderley hunted down obscure volumes for 40 years and fed them in.
He sounds like a maniac.
Yeah, I guess he was.
What happened to Cecil Calderley in the end?
He died. This place is what killed him.
Terrific.
So... Beatrice Dulu is the cleanest? No. Cleverest woman alive, and also surely the most beautiful. I can only hope she does not find this annotation before I finally ask her to marry me. Additional log by user Cecil. Is that CC11? No. Why?
What happened after Calderley died?
I'm confused.
His daughter took over, Alice Calderley. But she didn't last long.
It does, right? Madrigal, why does it sound like they fed it the Necronomicon? Yeah, it seems like there's something weird here.
So, did something happen to Calderley's daughter? Where did she go?
I've dug through the records. Her body was never found.
The daughter disappeared.
But she stole something from the archive, and the thing she stole, that's still out there.
We also know nothing about Liam, and part of me is like, could he be a bad guy? Okay. Oh, I wonder if it's AJ02 or something? Is the Academicalist journal AJ02? Oh, what? No. What? It's all going bad. AJ02. Ah. They said that the Academicalist Journal 2 was the obvious thing. AJ26 was number 1, though. I tried AJ27. Right? Or did I not? A assign the title for this book. I think it's this.
Academicalist's Journal, issue 2. The text is clearing again.
Great.
Nameless publishing house can only be one of two things: to be offensive or rabble-rousing. And I'm afraid to say Hammerstone chose the easier.
I'll just read it. A nameless publishing house can only be one of two things: deeply offensive or rabble-rousing. And I'm afraid to say Hammerstone chose the easier. So Hammerstone is a publishing house? Identical skeletons found halfway around the world. Heavy water. A cat that speaks fluent Mandarin in Tarnsbridge. I'm told Tarnsbridge recurs in issues number 7. There is a contemptuous mention of HP, born 06, died age 16, resurrected briefly 10 years ago. They call them the ancient enemy, the insidious words, the voice without a face. Okay. Sounds, bad. Hammerstone Press. Hammerstone Presses first. The idea was to offer anonymous publication to allow writers to speak without committing their reputation to their work. For 2 years, starting in 08, they tried it, then they faltered. Anonymity turned out to be negotiable. Meanwhile, Dorothy Pemberton was rewriting history, and no one remembers her name. This is very confusing. Hold on. If we load previous, that wasn't... We were at... Hold on. Let's go back to AJ 26. Also, we're about to have to run ads.
I come to the home of rational thought. Let's begin with a counterexample.
Or wait. No. AJ 27. No! Oh gosh. AJ 27. Please?
Nameless publishing house can only be one of two things.
Issue 7.
Academicalist's Journal, issue 7.
We'll figure that out. We have to run ads, so let's go ahead and do that now. And then we'll be right back with some more. So if you need a sandwich, stretch, etc., grab a snack, grab a drink. We'll go do that. So BRB!
This is your time, Jetpack Gang. Stand up, move around, grab a snack, hydrate. The stream will resume in just a few minutes.
And welcome back. All right. Okay, so we added issue 7 to the list. We have this thing now. From the same year as Dorothy Pemberton's Irrationals, battle lines are drawn, red against white. How is the world to be made better? Harried from behind or running on ahead, the writer of Doomed Theoretics, the writer of Doomed Theoretics is too stupid to say. Here are his theories of educational distraction, the flatness of the world, the falsity of clouds, the impossibility of empathy, so on.
I've seen a few entries with this same symbol at the top.
Oh yeah? What kind of symbol?
I don't know, it's Greek or something.
Like a 3-pronged fork? That's the core archive. Those entries form the spine of the machine.
And the rest of it all? Is that the lungs and stuff?
I don't know. General intelligence. Grist for the mill of the brain.
Irrationals? Doomed Theoretics. I should note down the title that goes with this code. It's clear enough.
Is it? Oh. Yeah, it is. It looks like that. This is HP08. What? HP08.
Doomed Theoretics. Must have been right, I can read it now.
Great.
No one listens. To make a statement is to remove an idea from the pool like a tooth from the mouth, because any statement uttered is less likely to be believed than any statement arrived at independently. Thus, to change minds, and change them we surely must, it is imperative we state things we know to be false as loudly and boldly as possible, so as to drive the stubborn proletariat towards the truth.
I'm gonna read that. No one listens. To make a statement is to remove an idea from the pool like a tooth from the mouth, because any statement uttered is less likely to be believed than any statement arrived at independently. Thus, to change minds, and change them we surely must, it is imperative we state things we know to be false as loudly and boldly as possible, so as to drive the stubborn proletariat towards the truth. Okay. Let's go to HPO6. Does that title look like anything? Something and pasta. It's very long. Okay, so I don't think we have this. QL18. Original copy from 1918 from an auction.
I can get the title that goes with this one.
Oh, revisions?
Revisions. It's clearing again.
Good.
The occurrence of DMEs will not be measured from historical information, only inferred. Plotting revision events and computing the correlation coefficient, a startling result emerges.
The occurrence of DMEs will not be measured from historical information, only inferred. Plotting revision events and computing the correlation coefficient, a startling result emerges. Okay, a lot of this is over my head. Let's go back to this.
What's this? Why is this in here?
Calderly needed to train the machine to think. He fed it whatever he could find.
Did we go to BE-47? Yeah, we did.
All right then.
But, okay, that's not on our list. Okay. CC11. Oh, okay, it brings out that additional log. Beatrice Dueler. I wonder if that's important that we know her. Married to Cecil. HP06. What was this?
The world must be ready to hear things which are shocking.
List exists for this publisher. Can you pull up the page that had the previous and other directions on it? I'm curious about it. Oh, this one. Boot index, return to the previous screen, last entry created, edit sources Cecil, Beatrice. Okay, Cecil and Beatrice have been added to the thing. HP08 we've done. Went to HP08. What does it say? Dorothy Pemberton is rewriting history and no one remembers her name.
Okay, let's see.
Dorothy Pemberton. 2 years, starting in '08, they tried it. And they faltered. What if... Dorothy Pemberton? '08? What, this thing? Or what thing? I have to know. But she does not say. Only this, the hidden stuff of the universe
I know this one's title, I think.
are ideas themselves. That was Le Marchant's conclusion as well. I think Pemberton met Le Marchant. You can see her fingerprints on his 11 paper. Pemberton might even have lived to see it, but only just. The rest is madness, delusional, and strange. Irrationals.
Irrationals.
Interesting. That kind of confirms what I know. Said, okay, all right, sounds good.
I got another one.
Okay.
Are these books valuable?
One is. So valuable it was stolen. That's what we're here to get, if we can find it.
Wait, what? How can we find the book in here if it's already been stolen?
It was copied from the archive, I think. But it can't have been wiped.
It can't.
No.
Let me do something. Let's drop music further down. Sound effects, even more so. Or like there, and then I'm gonna bump everything up in hopes that...
What happened to this book after it was stolen?
That seems
There's no way to be sure. But it found its way, somehow, into the hands of someone who understood what it was worth. What it could do.
Because I feel like in that last thing, it was like... really... I could barely hear. even them speaking. And notes is sobering, no details, only Pemberton's frustrations at being unable to to explain fully. Rest in peace, Dorothy, we hardly knew you.
End notes.
It looks like this one.
End notes.
Perhaps someone else would pick up where I left off. The rot inside my own brain.
Are these considered sound effects?
I must be cut off from the ship, lest I sink the whole thing.
Perhaps someone else will pick up where I left off. The rot inside my own brain is too severe. I must be cut off from the ship, lest I sink the whole thing.
Okay, let's see. All right then.
Hold on. They said something about her not lasting very long, so I assume that means that's why it seems like she got sick or something.
I have been to France. I have spoken to the greatest mind of our generation. And I am assured of just one thing.
There are 2 extra logs. I do CC56 here? No, okay. There we go. What have I done? I should have never fed this in. I've heard the machine murmuring lines from Pemberton to itself. Whatever was in this book, it is in the wiring now. I see through the walls. Dear God, does God even know what else it might do? Elise? What is her name? Oh my gosh. There we go. AC. So if I do AC11? How about AC 85? Different.
There's nothing here. It's worthless.
If the book we're after was stolen, then it must be possible to get books out, right?
Right. There must be a control command somewhere.
This is the one we had already seen.
So this stolen book we're after, this revision, it's inside the machine. Somewhere. And you want me to find it, dig it out.
If you can. Yes. Don't worry, I've got your back.
Against what?
The enemy. The ones who've got the book we're after.
Are we even safe down here?
For now. The soldiers have moved away, sweeping another block. Good thing Calderley had this machine in the basement of a church. Churches are the one place these bastards never go.
I don't understand.
Abby, the whole world's at war with itself. One side just wants to live, but the other never wants to die.
Interesting. Okay, so maybe there's like some group of people are trying to use this book or knowledge to like live forever or something. Is kind of what I'm gathering. Okay.
Okay, let's see.
If we go, so okay, hold on.
He had believed that the machine could benefit humankind, but the longer it ran, the clearer it became that humankind stood forever on the line, with those at the front taking the largest share. So, to
See a
pull
facsimile
value
of one of your
in
log
place
entries
was to
dated
starve
49.
those who never reached the front.
Elise. Okay. I don't think we went to the archive. Source control, exercise caution, reintegration is power intensive and can reduce network capacity. Releases are known to have unintended consequences. If we go to
I've come to the home of rational thought. Let's begin with a counterexample.
I do CC76. Oh, okay. I was thinking it'd be the note, but I'm writing this early because I'm getting weaker. I feel myself slipping. My mind has always been my rock. I feel vertigo. At first, I thought a book had poison on the pages, as in The Tale of Dubun from AG04 and AD45-2, but no, it is more serious than that. I know from my research that words create a potential which can be realized. That is why the books in the archive were destroyed as they are ingested. That's why this machine must be kept secret. These books may be studied cautiously, yes, but they must not be observed closely. The 1001 Nights. I've been unable to satisfy myself with exactly who wrote this book or when. Is infuriating indexing old books because they do not have authors. Instead, they seem to assemble themselves over time. How can one build on such quicksand? So I have been indexed the 1001 Nights under the name and date of its European translator, despite this most definitely being incorrect. I find myself, like the Sultan himself, thoroughly dissatisfied by this outcome.
Oh, back here again.
Try something else?
AD45. Queen Margot. A woman's strength lies not in her physical prowess, but in her ability to manipulate and strategize. Dumas's Queen Margot is full of villainy and plot and assassination. Poisonings abound. It is a romp, no more, no less. BE47 adores it. Cecil is a dear, but he does not understand that if this machine of ours is to think it must be wise, you cannot compute in a vacuum tube. So I have been feeding it all the classics, and of course, he has been releasing them again. Well, dear, I've sealed up that option. Okay, I read that before. We've gone in a loop.
So, the enemy. They stole the book and used it to do what?
Save people.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Save. Like files on a computer. But always the wrong people for the wrong reasons.
The wrong people?
Absolutely. The rich, the powerful, the cruel. I don't know what world we get if we destroy this thing, but it's got to be a fairer one than this. Destroy this one book and we at least give everyone else a chance.
I need to destroy and peace.
You really think one book can make a difference?
The enemy out there is strong because it had the advantage all this time. We neuter that advantage and we neuter the enemy.
Welcome to the home of rational thought. Let's begin with a
I assume if there's a red dot, it means that there's something else to find here. I mean, there is like a log. C-89. I can't remember. Come on. CC-89? No. Is there, I was hoping there was going to be like a way to change how fast that thing spins around. Okay. RC-89 was that. So some of the numbers are filling out, but I'm not really sure why. Let's go back to this for a second. It kind of seems like Outer Wilds in a way. You're given all these clues, but it's confusing until yeah, I think that's kind of like I do like the narrators kind of helping fill out sort of the information. Does this look like anything? Not really. But yeah, I feel like you're piecing together a story. You don't have a title that looks like anything like that. And I get, like, the top right, I guess, is them trying to help keep you, like, well, like, keeping things on track for, like, how much you've collected and stuff. But I think we might actually stop this here.
All right, then.
I might give it a shot later. Not sure exactly how I feel about it yet. I don't know if we'll come back with this tomorrow, but I'll give it some thought. Because it seems interesting. I'm like curious about it. I'm not sure how like exciting it is to watch or anything, but yeah, we'll stop here for now. But friends, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me today. Lego, thank you so much for the resub for 9 months. And Anonymous and Bear, thank you so much for the donations. I appreciate it. But yeah, we'll see what we come back with tomorrow. I'm not sure if we play this or not tomorrow, but kind of play it by ear. But friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great, wonderful rest of your day or night. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye-bye!